The most satisfying psychological warfare you've imposed on a cheater. My ex had an affair with her psychologist. She had absolutely no remorse. I spent the next 3 months in total depression, not able to understand what happened. There was no sign of marital discord. We just got back from what I thought was a nice trip to California to visit some relatives, and that's when I found out about her cheating ways through the text that she was doing right in front of me. While in this deep depression, I did everything I could to try to make it work with her, as we had been married for 23 years, but she was not having any of it. She went on to tell my daughter that she was moving on to be happy. Now that the kids were grown up and moving out, it was time for her to think about herself and that I would have a hard time getting over her, lose my job and become an alcoholic. And she was almost right. It took me 3 months of that deep depression, which included contemplating unaliving myself, off work on stress leave, and drinking myself to sleep and drinking as soon as I woke up. I was not in a good place at all. During those 3 months I started to see a therapist, stopped drinking, didn't think of unaliving myself anymore, and finally got to work, and this is where the unintentional revenge happened. During those 3 months my ex-wife and I did communicate, and when I realized there was no reconciling this marriage anymore, we talked about what our plans were going forward. I told her that I was